The holiday season just came to an end, and if you woke up to a new furry friend on Christmas Day, well, in your household, it's probably getting a little rowdy. Our next guest has the tips you need to train a pup, and Paul is with that next guest, a trainer behaviorist. Paul, who's with you?
Yeah, Stephanie Garza. She's the owner of Pup Pup Away. And Stephanie, I didn't tell you this, but we've got a new addition
you
at the
do?
household. Yes, my youngest son, he just got a new puppy.
Okay, congrats.
And so this is going to come in really handy here.
Absolutely.
Okay, who do we have here? Who
This is Mambo. He's
Hey,
a
Mambo.
5-month-old Boston Terrier, and he's one of my puppy clients.
Ah, very nice. How are you today, Mambo?
I'm ready to show off my stuff.
Okay. All right. So what is the first step? What is the first thing in training a new puppy?
Yeah, absolutely. Teaching your dog your routine, right?
Okay.
What's going to happen on a regular basis, and obviously thinking about how do you want life with your puppy to be long term.
Okay.
Do you want them to be at home alone while you go to work? Are you working from home?
Oh, really? There's a difference.
Oh yeah, for sure. If your puppy's not used to being at home alone when they're a baby and you go back into the office, it's really hard for puppies to adjust to that.
Ah, very good.
So crate training is really important, as well for potty training as well.
Okay. And what style do you use?
Yeah, so I'm a positive reinforcement trainer, which means
Okay.
that I'm always looking for behaviors that I like and trying to build a reinforcement history behind those behaviors, so that way we see those behaviors more.
Yeah. So positive reinforcement works a lot better than negative, I would think.
Absolutely. It's a little bit of a cleaner process, and it has a lot more long-term success.
Okay, now what is the very first thing? You get that new puppy, just came in. What's the very first thing that you want to do?
Yeah, so if we're talking about crate training stuff, again, we brought a little crate here, and Mr. Mambo has been working on kenneling up. So one thing that we can do is just kind of get your puppy used to being in a crate. We have made it nice and soft. And of course, you want to use some positive association using some treats. Luckily, Mambo's very food motivated.
Ah, so every time you make like a move like that, you reinforce it with a treat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And with time, of course, you'll get rid of treats.
Yeah, but they'll get used to the pattern.
They'll get used to the pattern. You can also ask for, a specific kennel cue when you want them to kennel up into the crate. We close the door for a short amount of time, give a couple of treats for him remaining calm enough and not having a fear panic attack. Let him come out, no biggie. With time, we'll close the door longer. With time, we'll actually lock the door. With time, we'll also start getting further away from the crate, going out the bedroom door, going out of the house eventually.
You know what I've noticed with the new puppy, Charlie, by the way?
Cute.
Will go to the kennel by itself.
I love that so much. Have you tried closing it yet?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't really realize how much different, when a puppy is first, before they come home, they have litter mates.
Right.
They're never really alone until you get them at home, and then if they're your only dog, there's a really big adjustment that your dogs have to go through for that.
Stephanie, what's the biggest mistake that somebody can make?
My biggest mistake that I think anyone makes is allowing your little puppy to do what you wouldn't want your full-grown adult dog to do.
Okay.
So, for example, like jumping up, right? Super cute when they're little tiny babies, but if you have a lab, a golden retriever, a Great Dane,
this one really is
jumping up. And what kind of dog is he?
It's like a German Shepherd,
So
kind of a mix.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna be big
Oh,
boy.
it's gonna be big, yeah.
So if we're reinforcing those things right now, one day Charlie's gonna get bigger and he doesn't know that that's not okay. Then it's a
Right.
lot harder
So
for us
train
to
him
figure
now.
Train him now, yeah. What I would do is not give any sort of attention when he's jumping up and try to give all your attention when he's on the ground. Also reinforcing things like sit. So to teach a sit, treat here in the nose, up over the head. When we're really reinforcing and putting more rewards behind stuff like this, we'll see these sorts of behaviors more. When we put less reinforcement behind jumping up, we'll see behaviors like that happen less.
Okay. All right, well, that's good to know. Then don't pay him a lot of attention when he's doing that.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
You got a special offer for us, right?
I do. So we just opened up our puppy day training program, and that's something that Mambo is participating in. Our puppy day training program, drop your puppy off with us in the morning, pick them up in the afternoon. We run them through some basic manners. We teach them sit, down, leave it, loose leash walking. We do some positive conditioning, like getting used to things like the crate, water, getting on a groom table. And then, of course, we also have socialization in there as well, so that puppies are learning to have that proper play with each other.
One last question I've got for you. So the crate size, say that Charlie's pretty small.
Okay.
You don't want to have a big crate, right?
Exactly. We want it to be short enough and small enough to where your puppy can get in. maybe lay down. But if it's too big, you're going to be asking for some potty training mistakes.
Okay.
We don't want it to be big enough to where they can go over here in the corner and potty.
Okay.
Because the reason why the crate works so well for potty training is because dogs are naturally good boy.
Okay.
Dogs are naturally clean animals. They don't want to potty wherever they sleep.
Very good, very good. How can they find out more?
Yeah, so you can find us at puppupandaway.sa.com. We are also located off of 3701 San Pedro Avenue.
Okay. Well, this has been great. We've spent a few minutes together and already got a bunch of tips.
Good, good. And that puppy program is 20% off for the month of January if you mention Great Day SA.
Good to know. All right, Stephanie, thank you so much. Now, you got to watch out. Cold weather's coming.
Yes.
Take care of those pets, right?
Absolutely. Put some sweaters on. Bring them inside.
Bring them inside. Exactly right. Okay. Thank you, Stephanie.